I've had a request from a subscriber for a detailed commentary on turning left, turning right, passing parked cars, etc. So I'll just do a little snippet for you. As you can see, we're coming into a built-up area and there's a change of speed limit, so I'm checking my mirrors early. I'm gently rolling off the throttle and using a little bit of brake to bring the speed down. Landing at 32, I actually dropped below then, I didn't mean to drop below, but I did. When the bus lane ends, we move in. We'll be turning left at this traffic light junction, so it's mirrors and signal, lifesaver and position. It's straight ahead combined with a left arrow, so we're going to use position 1. Whilst we're sitting waiting, we're going to check our mirrors. It's shoulders for moving off, keep the revs up, hold it on the bike point as we move off, second gear nice and early, holding it on the bike as we come around, making sure we stay in the middle of our lane, not to land on the wrong side of the road, checking mirrors, got a black car quite close behind. He's now dropped back a little bit, which is good. Speeds up to 32, looking up the road as far as I can see a bend ahead. So parked cars on the other side of the road, there's likely to be traffic coming around the bend on my side of the road, but I need to be careful because there's a junction on the left. At the moment it looks like we're clear. I'm going to move over to position 1 to get more of a view. Back to my mirrors and back to position 2. Road ahead is still clear, just keeping an eye on the junctions every now and then that crop up on the left. Still checking those mirrors, keeping my speed at a steady 32 as the black car behind does seem to be a little bit impatient, but I'm also keeping my eye out for any cars that might be peeking out from between the parked cars on the right. Silver car's moved in. Still checking my mirrors. There's a sharp bend ahead. Now there could be vehicles coming around the bend on the wrong side of the road because of the parked vehicles, so I'm going to bring my speed down with good mirrors to warn the car behind that I need to slow down. Now move into position 1 for the Range Rover. Keep my speed relatively low because this is a small gap. Lifesaver. And I'm just going to wait, and then I'm going to do another lifesaver to move out because Mr. Golf was a bit speedy there. Mirrors and signal, lifesaver, position. We're good to go. Early decision. We're in second gear. Look ahead. Position 1 for these vehicles coming past the bus. Lifesaver to come back out again. Whilst getting up to the speed limit now, it's safe to do so. Holding my tyres in position 2 as we come around the bend. We don't want to be too wide in case there's a car cutting the corner off that we can't see yet. If you can't see around the bend, slow down until you can. So I'm bringing my speed down with a little bit of brakes. No gears at the moment because the bike is happy. Looking ahead, we've got a hazard, so mirrors. This is quite a narrow gap, so I'm just going to wait in second gear, shoulder check, and out we come. Moving back in for the junction, keeping my speed down. So when there's a junction on the right, we don't want to be on the other side of the road in case a car turns left towards us. Lifesaver to move out, good distance away from the parked cars. Back in before the junction. Watching the zebra crossing ahead, we're going to be turning left. So mirrors, signal, lifesaver, position, brakes, clutch and gears. We are good to go. Have a look at the next zebra crossing. Lift your eyes up, look all the way up the road. Mirrors. Next road on the right. Mirrors, signal, lifesaver, position. Both brakes. Clutch in for second gear. Shoulder check. Middle of the lane, holding it on the bike point so I'm controlling my line. Once again, clutch in. This is tight. Gonna hold it on the bike point to control the line. Check the mirrors, back up to speed if it's safe to do so. Can't see around the bend, so mirrors, bring the speed down. Watch the pedestrian who isn't using the zebra crossing so I don't have to stop. Holding my tyres in the middle of the lane, mirrors, back up to a little bit of speed. Try and get your speed up between your bends, turns and junctions, otherwise you're just going to dawdle everywhere at 20, mirrors and brakes. Second gear, holding it on the bike point. I'm not going over to the white line because that's tight and I don't want to be anywhere near any oncoming traffic that I can't see. Mirrors. Holding position 1. Didn't need the clutch that time. It was okay with it out on this bike, but on most bikes you would need to use your clutch on those tight turns. This one's very forgiving. Watching the child approaching the crossing. No, we're good. Just in case, it's worth bringing your speed down. Lifesaver to move out past the hump and a good distance past the cars. Bringing my speed down. Don't want to get too close to the back of the truck here. I also don't want to go onto the wrong side of the road because of the junction. We go around the humps. We don't have to go over the humps if it's safe to go around them. And this is a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, so we're going to get our speed up in between the speed humps. Bring the speed down a little bit so it's not too bumpy. It is bumpy, this road. Mirrors again, back up to speed. Going to time this so I get past the humps and back in again before the red car. And also trying not to get too close to the pedestrian. Mirrors, both brakes mostly front. Clutch can come in now, down through the gears, down to just the rear brake, nice and slow. First gear, smooth finish on just the rear brake. Whilst I'm sitting here, I'm going to pop it into neutral, and it's fine to sit with your right foot down and with the bike in neutral so long as you can get it back into first gear in plenty of time before the lights change and have time to get your checks done so you're not holding back the traffic. This is quite a long series of lights, these ones. All the lights have had their turn, it must be mine next, so I'm in first gear, I'm getting ready to move on. There we go. Try not to sit in the blind spot of the Land Rover. Good job I didn't. Mirrors on the approach, we're going straight ahead, so a little bit of brakes, an early decision, we're good to go. Keeping over to the left of the roundabout, indicator, lifesaver, exit. Mirrors, indicators off, up to speed, lifesaver to move out. We're going to be turning right around this roundabout, we're actually going to do a U-turn, so mirrors, signal, brakes to bring the speed down into third gear because this bike is happy in third. It might be second on the bikes that you're training on. Keeping it tight, no more than about a metre away from the roundabout. Left signal, left lifesaver, mirrors, indicator off, and use the power. Mirrors again, see if anybody else has come with you. Just watching the bus and the minibus for any signs of movement or indicators coming on. Mirrors and brakes. Down to third, down to second, keeping to the left side of the roundabout even though it's not marked. Indicator, lifesaver, exit, looking ahead for anybody coming out of these retail park entrances. Notice my indicator is not on as I pass the retail park entrance there for Costa Coffee. If I had left it on and there was a car waiting, if you're on your test, then you fail your test. If you leave it on and there's no cars waiting, then it's just a fault. Regular mirrors as we travel along the road. And we'll just go back and do a road to show you passing parked cars. And then I need some breakfast because it's been an early start bringing students up to test and I haven't had a chance for my breakfast yet. Still checking those mirrors. I've chosen my point of no return where I'm still going even if the lights change. At the next traffic lights we're turning right, so mirrors, signal, don't really need a lifesaver because there's only a curb on my right. Mirrors again, both brakes, squeezing the front more than the rear, clutch is coming in, down to a lovely slow speed, down to first gear, stopping behind the line. Shoulders. Check the junction's good. We're in second gear. Quite a wide turn that one, didn't really need the clutch. Mirrors. Let's bring it up to 32. Mirrors again. Taking the next road on the left. Mirrors. Signal. Lifesaver to have a little quick check there. Didn't really need it because I didn't pass anybody on the approach after the blue car. There were no cyclists. Gonna keep it wide. Hope Mr. Range Rover just holds on for a second. Moving in. Keeping my speed down using my clutch. Gonna be a lifesaver to move out. Pick the speed up because it's safe to do so. Gonna move in for the junction and then back out again. When I move in, my speed reduces because there were still parked cars and it was a small gap. Still looking for anybody who's peeping out from between these parked vehicles, whether that's pedestrians or vehicles. Checking my mirrors because I can see there's a restricted view ahead, so I need to know what I'm going to do if there's a car coming towards me. There's no cars, so we're good. Bringing my speed down and moving in though because there's a junction. Coming back to the middle of my lane with mirrors, back up to speed. Looking up the left-hand side of these parked vehicles, and now a lifesaver to move out. There's nothing coming towards me because I could see that. Speed down because we can't go onto the other side of the road for the junction. Mirrors, back up to speed. We've got a lovely stretch where there's no parked vehicles. 32 maximum, not 33. Mirrors. Early lifesaver once the white cars that are about past. It's only 9:12, so I cannot use the bus lane at present. It's a 7:30 to 9:30 bus lane. Mirrors, signal, lifesaver position. We're turning left. Both brakes. Take the speed off. Down through the gears. And leaving a good gap behind the red car who's being a little dawdly to move off, but we still don't want to get too close even though they're dawdling. Lovely, they're using both the lanes, so I'm just going to drop back because they're obviously not a particularly skilled driver, and I actually want to turn right at these lights, but now I'm happy that it's safe to do so. I'll change lanes. I'm going to leave my indicator on whilst I'm waiting here. I hope that was what you were looking for in the requested upload. Do let me know if there's anything else that you want me to cover. I'm quite happy to get out and demonstrate things if that's what you'd like, so just let me know what you need. As always, thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.